My computer stopped spazzing out, so I think I'm okay.
Okay. Oh, we have all of us together at once. It's been so long.
You'll know if my computer starts messing up again if I start screaming.
Indeed. So, if you recall, you had accepted a request from an old friend, Jareth, a spy for the city of Tyrannia. And he brought to you the tools to hopefully sabotage and attack the fleet of the invading Morningstar army of dwarves. And you were able to find yourselves deep in the hold of the massive ship, the Freya. And through various hijinks, you delivered several livestock. You captured a poor blonde dwarf and cast sleep on him with a very blunt object. And you, at some point, also perhaps were involved in some sort of a dinner mystery, but uh, that is not the point here. You are possibly trying to poison some food, or possibly do something with a party upstairs, or possibly punch a hole in the side of a ship, or possibly start a fire. You have a lot of plans. But unfortunately, all of your plans were put on hold for the moment as a creature of terrifying visage and proportions appeared above you all and seemed to claim the right to take Ormus's soul with him. And that is where you are currently. What would you all like to do? You got this devil in a corner above you. You're in a room that has like a swimming pool full of fish and eels and turtles and various things, an aquarium for food transport purposes. And yeah, you only see one little imp, but surely it can't be that easy.
I look over to Ormus quickly, look back and forth for a second. Is that Havram?
It is.
He smells really spicy.
Oh,
That's
he.
protected evil.
This is a very spicy room, Lee. Oh yes, very spicy.
Does it smell like Havram?
In a sense, yes. And of course,
Does it smell like
Yes.
various different types of
By
spice?
sense, do you mean smell?
well, Lee, with you, your sense is just your inherent paladin sense. It is very spicy and various mixes of certain spices and seasonings in here.
Ooh.
Like
He's not the only one.
somebody's got a variety pack.
Lee doesn't call hell, he calls it zest. Oh no, what if I'm bad and die and go to zest?
Careful of the gatekeeper, Sir Emerald Lagasse.
We have beset upon these damn. Oh yeah. Anyway, all right. Learn Emerald accent for devil. Okay, go on.
This is gonna be a great session.
Dungeons, drive-ins, and yeah.
Yeah. Dungeons, Dragons, and bam. So, what do you guys want to do? Various amounts of you have seen through the guise of Hadram. This isn't too. The fact that he's just showing up claiming to take Ormus's soul. Basically, you have a moment to react before, like, he's looking down at you all, clinging to the side of a ship here, and he is asked of Ormus. You could do it the easy way or the really easy way. We will have your soul.
I just realized why Guy Fury wears flames on his shirt.
Mm-hmm. Because he's a boss.
No, because he's the boss of Zest. Of Hell.
So
man.
I just thought it was because he was a flyboy.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna use the great axe like a fly swatter and swat Hadram out of the air and hopefully not kill him, just knock him unconscious.
What are you using to attack him?
The great axe, I'm using it like a fly swatter just
So
to
the
knock him unconscious.
the flat of the axe, you're swinging it.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
great axe. It's like the great axe. What the hell is the great axe?
Hold on. He's claiming my soul, but Mephistopheles took my powers before calling upon me to help him take out Asmodeus. Therefore, the contract is void. My soul is mine. Or we can make a deal.
He says, you broke the contract and your soul is void. And he's pointing a clawed finger at you.
How did I break it?
You betrayed him.
I did
Our
not.
Lord.
Okay, listen, I have a contract as well. You need to clearly define how he broke the contract in order to claim the goods that you so, that almost said zestfully.
See, here's the thing though. The contract only specified 2 points. 1, he'll give me power. 2, I help him take out Asmodeus when he calls for me. He never called for me. So therefore, I never betrayed him.
Yeah, I feel like because of your crazy high charisma, there should be something else here. I feel like there's got to be something missing here.
You could try to roll a persuasion check if you like.
Absolutely. Not as high as this, but this is good.
Well, unfortunately, you're telling the truth.
Yes. Now,
Unfortunately.
that's still a good roll. It's a 24 overall with a +8.
You can see Hadram like looking around at some of the other corners as if like looking for some sort of a confirmation. He's like,
Now, Hadron, since he broke the deal, my soul is rightfully mine. How about we make a deal? You break your part, your connection with Mephistopheles. We go talk to a higher power, if you know what I'm talking about, so I can get my power back. And in part of my end of the bargain, and your compatriots that are here can stay up here in the overworld with me or alone. Much havoc as you want. And I'll even sweeten the pot.
higher power?
I think you know.
Higher than Mephistopheles?
Yeah. There is one certain individual. And to sweeten the pot, I'll even let you start with all these boats here. Wreak as much havoc as you want. Burn them. Kill them. Bring their...
Wait. I'm a paladin, and I don't agree with this.
He says, I'm here to get your soul.
Yes. This is awesome zesty for my taste.
You're here to get my soul. But never said how long you take.
Hang on a second. And he flies over to an opposite corner. And you can see him consulting with probably other invisible imps that have come together. And you can hear some infernal discussions. Does anyone speak infernal?
Of course.
Only Draconic.
No, I'm just kidding. You should. That'd be great.
Yeah. They go back and forth and discuss this, and there's a lot of shaking of heads and a lot of like claw across the neck motions, and
this bargain does apply to all of them, if you wish, Adam.
He turns around and he says, I think we're just gonna try and take your soul to the boss instead. And he nods.
Oh, come on. You can live as long as you'd like up here. Kill as
He shrugs and he says, I'm immortal. What do I care? If I cross Mephistopheles, he'll eat me.
Now, listen.
However, if we go straight as this, That's Offley's power, is it not? Since
That would break your contract.
he already broke it, and at this point, I'm gonna get mad. He
Hey,
broke taking my power and not coming to me to ask for help with Asmodeus first.
You broke it first, and me going with you would break mine too.
I did not break it. I was loyal. I waited, and then he took my power before calling upon me.
He shakes his head and he says, "Well,
Bargain.
make
I
another
broke
persuasion check."
Nothing.
Lee is just very uncomfortable with all this
Woo!
devil talk.
Molly's very confused.
26.
26. Good gravy.
18 plus 8.
Yeah, 4/20/20.
You could see the other imps. Well, there's 3 more become visible beside him after they discuss it a moment, and they say, "We'll give you 1 day to think it over, or talk to whomever. But after that, we're coming for your soul."
You can live happily, Havdrum. Don't go back to him. Stay with me, you and your friends.
He gives a toothy grin and he says, "I'm having a hell of a time."
I get it. I get jokes.
No, listen, I feel like it should be stated that obviously Oramus doesn't either someone on the end of this contract, either end, whichever it may be, didn't understand what they did wrong, so I feel like some leniency should be given. Mephistopheles himself should at least say something to Oramus here. Like, he can't void a contract if he doesn't understand its
No, here's the thing, though.
terms.
Like, I do understand, and the terms were that he would give me power so long as when he called upon me to help him take out Asmodeus, when he thought I was strong enough, that I would get the power, and that was it. If I broke the deal, he got my soul, but I have not broken any deal. I have been loyal, and I have been waiting for him to feel I'm powerful enough to go kill Asmodeus.
Now, I do have a question for you, you imps, real quick. Would the contract breaking be because we're trying to kill Tiamat?
They shake their head.
Yeah, Tiamat. What we do up in the overworld wouldn't have any effect on Mephistopheles unless the Asmodeus.
Yeah, they shake their head and they say, "Do what you gotta do." And he looks at his clock, there's a little sun, or looks at his wrist, there's a little sundial. And he says, 24 hours. Your soul is
has a
mine.
problem with it. He himself can come up here and talk to me. Little
Hadram grins, says, "Oh, I would love to watch that."
yeah, so would I.
All right, so they're just standing there. They're just watching you guys.
Before you guys go, you guys want to have some fun though? You can do whatever you want.
They say, "Oh, we're not going. We're watching you. You're not going to get away that easy."
Oh, so you're just watching us for the next 24 hours.
In 24 hours, we're taking any soul that resists.
I mean, mine is already promised to someone else, and I doubt you want to call down the wrath of Gilgamesh.
Yeah, they say, "No, I mean, we really just want his, but anyone that interferes, we'll kill everybody."
So at this point, did you said I thought my powers come back, right?
No,
Oh,
you got nothing. You sensed him come back.
gotcha.
I asked Ormus how devils feel about radiant energy.
It hurts a lot.
Good.
They seem to be getting some dice made of bones out, and they're just sitting in the opposite
Are
corner.
they playing D&D?
No, they seem to be playing something else. But they're just looking over at you all, just doing their thing, biding their time.
I walk slowly over to one. You know what? Fuck it. I'll make a really bad stealth check.
Can I give you advantage?
No, I don't want advantage. I want it to be terrible because I want it to be hilariously bad.
Rolls in that 20.
I'm waiting for
Uh, what is it? DL1?
Yeah.
Okay. How the fuck? Both of them are 18.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess I stealthily creep up on them.
On the devils,
Yes.
I mean, they're watching you. You can't really.
So then I attempt to creep up on them while they watch me.
Okay, you do so. You just slowly walk up, and they're just, they just kind of look up, and they're just looking at you and watching you slowly walk towards them.
I just kind of curious. I just kind of slowly move my finger towards one of them.
One of them slowly moves a finger back towards you.
Okay, I guess our fingers touch in the middle,
Yeah, they do.
so I don't need to make an attack roll for this.
Side note, the whole time Theon is watching, astounded. Too shocked to move to prevent any of this.
My gauntlet is technically a weapon, correct?
I don't know if that would consider as an attack. I mean, your fingers there, and there's touching, there's contact. Does it say that you have to make an attack, or does it say that you have to make contact?
It says I have to hit.
You didn't
It's
hit.
with a melee attack, I believe.
Yeah, you didn't actually attack.
Let me look at the exact wording here because this is important.
It is important, but this is not. You're not technically using the attack action.
Okay, let's see.
If anything, you're doing seduction or diplomacy.
Yeah. You hit a creature with a melee weapon attack.
Yeah, you have not made a melee weapon attack.
I can make a roll for it. I'm just poking him really slowly.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can. It's there's an element to attack. You're basically just like this is a scene out of ET right now.
As our fingers touch, I'm just going to push harder. Does that count as an attack?
Well, what are you trying to trigger?
I'm trying to trigger Divine Smite because I want to see what happens.
Let me see. Let me read the details of Divine Smite.
While Lee is doing this, I would like to say I am raising a finger to him as well. A very specific finger.
Give that cultured pinky up, I guess. Let's see here.
Absolutely, that's totally what it is.
I'm still just looking at the great axe, thinking I could squish them like a fly.
When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack.
I'm attacking him with my finger, but not very good.
How about this? Since you seem to have him a bit off guard and mystified, he's doing this ET moment. I'll let you just like sucker punch him and whack him with the other hand. So essentially, an attack with advantage.
It's not as funny that way.
Yeah, but I mean, it's you holding out a finger is not an attack action. It's just not.
Just imagine it this way, though. His finger is slowly getting closer, and as the devil reaches out his own finger to touch it, Lee's gauntleted finger starts to glow just a little bit, like E.T. And when there's touch, the smite goes off.
If it were a touch spell, I would all be for it, but it specifically says attack action, and this is not an attack.
You could Three Stooges this and just poke him in the eye.
Exactly. I think it's hilarious where you're like touching fingers and he's like you're just starting to get to his heart, like he's having this Grinch moment, and then you just wham with the other hand. I mean, I think it's still pretty
No,
hilarious.
That's the thing is I don't want to attack him. I want to like passively like make contact with him with the like radiant energy just to see what happens. I don't know. I've got to.
I hear you, but yeah, it's
It's not
it's
quite.
yeah. I can't get you smite on touch. I gotta draw a line somewhere.
Hmm. That's the thing, though. Let's see. How can I turn this into an attack?
I mean, other than just sucker punching, I don't really see.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Is like that doesn't fit into my into my portfolio there.
I mean, either way, it's gonna be an attack.
Yeah.
I continue to try to poke him. I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to poke him in the eye.
Okay, I guess.
Hard. I'm gonna jam my finger at his eye.
All right. Is it the same finger or a different finger? Or is it still just like slowly coming in, or are you like trying to Three Stooge kind of poke?
Yeah, you know what? I'll go for it. I'll make it an attack. I'm making an attack with my finger.
Okay. I'll grant that you're proficient with finger. Yeah, that's fine. So go ahead and make an attack.
I'll poke. You know what? I'm gonna boop attack him. I'm gonna poke him in the nose.
Boop. Got it. You're gonna do a divine boop.
At
Yeah,
advantage too, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, you still got advantage. I mean, you pacified him. Yeah, because you brought the finger up, and he's having this beautiful ET moment. He's rethinking his entire life right now, and thinking, you know what, maybe I can be good. And then you just gotta boop him on the nose with the divine smite.
Yep.
He's completely surprised. He is not seeing this coming. He's so surprised. I almost might get you surprise damage. He could give you sneak attack.
So
But
that's a 21. Does that hit his nose?
that absolutely is a hit.
All right. I'm guessing that booping him in the nose really hard is like 1 damage.
Yeah, let's go with 1.
Okay. And then I'm gonna let the divine smite go off on his nose.
All right.
That is 3d8.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because he's a fiend.
You're only doing it at first level?
Yeah. Because I'm using 1 finger, I don't feel like it makes any sense for me to add my strength to it. So I'm just gonna do first level. I poke him in the nose for 8.
It's still a pretty strong 8. I mean, essentially, well, plus you. Oh, that's with the +1. Man,
Yeah.
you did not roll well.
I rolled a 1 and a 5. Yeah, it was really bad.
2
But to be
1s and a
fair, I am
5.
only poking him. And remember, it's like
Yeah.
concussive damage, so I like poke him in the nose, and his head just kind of goes like snaps back.
I mean, I imagine that would be enough to break, just because of the concussive damage, you probably broke his nose.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God,
go
yeah.
in and I'm going to poke it, and then at the last minute, I just poke him really hard. Just,
Yeah. So you just bring it in and poke, and it just the poke itself is not tremendous, but the smite itself, was it any particular kind of smite, smite, or just your normal smite?
it was just regular divine smite. Yeah.
All right. I mean, it's just this flash that just blows up all over his face, and he falls back and just immediately is. He looks like it's like a cartoon where somebody's smoking an exploding cigar. Like you just burned his face pretty tremendously with just this little boop, and he's rolling on the ground like they're gonna kill us. And the other 3.
Lee looks at his finger and then looks at the other imps and is like, "You want to go?" with his finger.
They draw out glowing red daggers and dive in on you. All right, everyone, roll initiative.
God
Woohoo.
damn it, Lee.
14.
15? No, I don't have a deck, so I go after.
I got a 15. X. I'm sure Molly beat.
I got a 26.
Also, since when are devils so loyal to each other?
If they serve, even if they serve the same master, they're always trying to one up each other.
Yeah,
Are they lawful evil?
Yeah.
correct.
They are lawful evil, that is true. They're co-workers. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a politics element to it, but they can't just stand there and let you kill them. That doesn't serve their interest.
To be
Mm,
fair, all I did was poke the one guy in the face.
You took them down to 1 hit point.
And then
It's
you
not my fault.
the others.
they have that low of hit points?
Aldrin, it's
They're imps, man.
I got a 16 for initiative.
16. Okay. And they have got a... Oh, that's not a bad number. All right. Fion, you're not surprised. You saw this happening.
I
Yeah.
don't think anybody should be surprised except for maybe Lee.
Yeah. What do you want to do, Fion?
You know what? I don't like these guys. I don't like what's going on. I'm actually gonna fight them. So attacky, tacky, slashy time.
Okay. There's 3 of them. They're in a corner. They're small.
You just like jump over Lee's back as he's holding up his finger.
Pretty much, probably, yeah. Do these count as humanoids?
That's a fair question. They are not. Yeah, they're fiends and devils.
Okay. It just gives me an extra bit of damage if they're humanoids, so
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure.
not technically.
That's a 19 to hit on the first one.
That's a hit.
A 22 to hit on the second one, and
I'm gonna go ahead and say he probably dies.
whatever 18 plus 7 is.
That's a hit. 25.
So that's a lot of d6.
And what are you attacking with?
Scimitars.
All right.
Also, I'm really surprised. I totally should have made an intimidation after blowing that guy's face up with my one finger. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
So the first hit is 9. The second one is also 9. And the third one is 4 plus 3, 7.
Okay. So 997. You have enough with your scimitars to slash through and kill not only this one, but the one that Lee smited as well. Do you want to kill both? They are very close.
Yeah, because Lee did say he's probably the only one surprised, so.
Yeah, you just bring this thing just clean across, and you're surprised. You're downright befuddled. I mean, it's like going through air. You just go clean through the first one, and even straight in through the second one, as if by accident, killing them both cleanly. And they just rip apart. There's just gore everywhere. It looks like they're filled with some sort of pressurized gunk. It's like a water balloon filled with something from a little vending machine. Just this sticky, brown purple esque ichor. Just it's disgusting. And they just split apart, and it seems like the shells of their beings just begin to burn away in midair but all of the disgusting innards are still just making a mess of this area. And frankly, getting in the pool, they're getting in the aquarium. It's not good.
Fish snack.
It's yucky. But anyway, you do that.
Yeah, and then I'll pass my turn.
All right. And next up, we've got the Devils. Hadram, one being further towards the back and clearly seeing the writing on the wall, just simply disappears. You don't know where he went. Yay, invisibility. But then again, it's only invisibility. The last remaining one still standing there turns into a
He killed two of
spider.
them.
Yeah, they killed 2 out of 4, but the last one still
Oh,
standing there turns into a giant spider and begins to climb its way up the wall to get to the ceiling of this room.
Holy crap! They can turn into giant spiders. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Well, okay,
Is
not
that out of any of their
not
attack range?
super giant, but somewhat giant.
Like a tarantula?
Well, no, like larger than that, like basketball-sized spiders.
Oh god.
They can be smaller, but this one's like a basketball-sized spider, and it
That's
just
horrifying.
goes right up on Lee's shoulder. No, yeah, it turns into a.
Does he go out of his attack or anyone's attack range?
They weren't really the corner. They were a bit spread out enough that these ones that were in the back were able to get away very quickly. It's just above. They weren't quite in. Like for instance, if Fionn had whips equipped, maybe, but nah.
Okay.
And you don't know if Hadram teleported or just went invisible or who knows what. He tends to do that. Next up, we have, because the devil just ran away. That one did at least. Next up, Aladrin. You got a spider on the ceiling and maybe an invisible devil around and a bunch of gunk.
I'm going to walk until I'm right underneath the spider, take out the spear, and just pin it to the ceiling.
All right, you being so tall, you're able to do this quite easily. Go ahead and make a roll just to see if it dodges out of the way.
14.
14.
That would be
Okay.
with my strength and proficiency and all that.
Yeah, with all the reflexes and the several eyes, the many, many, many eyes this thing has, you're still able to just walk under it and casually just raise it directly through. And as is the way with this legendary spear, you feel no resistance as it pierces not just this impish creature that has transformed itself into a nightmarish spider, but also the deck above it as you just go clean through and roughly the same resistance as you would feel passing it through clean air.
All right, that's good.
Without any harm. And you can see a little bit of ichor. Roll I think it's a d6 for the spear.
I think so. That sounds right. Plus my strength, that would be 11.
All right. Yeah, you can, if you happen to look up, do you look up?
Yeah.
Okay. You look up as you see the spear go in. You see the legs go loose from the ceiling. You see the body begin to burn away from the hole that the piercing of the spear made. And then this roughly basketball-sized water balloon filled with gunk that was being held together by the outside of an imp now just falls directly on you because you were directly underneath of it. You were covered.
Okay.
It's just like a Nickelodeon special. It's just, and it stinks. And it's sticky. Oh, it's sticky.
This is. I need a bath.
Luckily, there's an aquarium right there. Let's see. Next up, we have. I'm assuming you're done with your turn, Aladrin?
Yeah, after it's dead, because I don't know where Hadram is. I just assume he ran.
Yep. Next up, we have Ormus.
Can I roll a perception to see if I can maybe hear or tell where Hadron?
Yes, you can.
Oh boy.
You still have a sort of latent sense of, but it's not nearly as precise as it normally is.
All right. That's 19. 13 plus 6.
You think he slipped just out the door and is going through the sort of main hallway, running down the center of the ship.
Did he turn invisible before he moved away from me?
Yes.
Damn it. I was going to try to get an opportunity attack when he turned invisible.
Unfortunately, he's quite smart.
Damn it.
Are there any turns before the main entrance, or is it like I can only assume that it's beyond his movement speed?
Well, it seems like he just got to the hallway. Like he just exited this small room with the, not so much small, but the sort of large room with an aquarium in here. But he had exited that to go to a sort of a bit of a hallway that runs through this section of the ship that leads eventually to like the livestock where you all were before and other areas of storage. But he basically just ran out of the room, and he's just outside of the room.
It does occur to me that even if I had gotten an opportunity attack, the only weapons I had equipped were a finger, so...
Yeah, but
Sometimes that's all it takes.
considering that it nearly killed one already.
And I rolled a 1 on 2 of those.
Exactly. If you had rolled at 2, even just on one of them, he would have been dead.
It's like he turns invisible, and so I immediately try to swat where he was.
If only. Would you like to do anything else, Ormus?
Yeah, I'm gonna. So I'd have, in order to make any sort of attack, would I have to exit the room?
You would basically, well, I mean, not necessarily. You could, you have plenty of your friends in here. You got fish. There's some turtles. You could hit the turtles. But
No,
if you want to make an attack on Hadro, you think he's somewhere in the sort of cargo hallway outside of this room.
All right, I'll walk out and well, since it's a cantrip, Eldritch Blast, where I think he may be, and I'm guessing disadvantage since he's invisible, right?
I mean, disadvantage doesn't quite even begin to cover. You don't even know which direction he's in. You would be essentially just shooting blind. You could roll D100 maybe, or well, I'm trying to think here. Maybe a D8. Well, no, because he can fly. Crap. So yeah, basically, you could roll a D100. Or roll a 20, or roll a disadvantage if you crit. Maybe like this is he could be. He's somewhere within like maybe 20 feet of you, but he could be above you. He could be to all around you. There's so many different options.
And I wouldn't be able to make one more perception to see if
You,
I get the sense.
I mean, you rolled pretty well. All you know is that he's somewhere out. You're pretty sure. You've got, because of the sort of connection you've got a sort of sixth sense of roughly where he is. It's the same sense that told you that he was there before he revealed himself. And you got a rough idea, but it's nothing precise enough to make an attack. You just know that you're in his vicinity, within probably 30 feet of him.
What about detect magic? Can you see invisible things with that?
Generally,
Since invisibility is a spell, magic.
Any visible creature. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
yeah.
Invisible. Okay. Hmm.
So if I roll a D100, what do you?
Well, basically, it's be akin to a crit. Like if you roll like a really, really high number, D1 high or low, it's essentially just luck. Just a luck roll.
I guess. You want me to add my spell attack to it, or?
No, I mean no. It's just luck. Like you have no idea where to go.
What does luck stat? What's your luck stat, Ormus?
Well, there's no real stat. It's just.
Yes, because I don't even.
I know, but that's his luck stat is in real life, not in character.
Yeah. 42. That's pretty far from high and low. So no.
Okay, worth a shot. I mean, I don't waste anything with the cantrip.
Speaking of a shot, you just cast Eldritch Blast into a random direction inside of the ship.
Oh yeah, that's gonna alert somebody.
Yeah, you can feel thump as it hits into the wood, and there's a sort of a loud kind of a. I imagine it's sort of like a screeching boom, as strange as that is.
Well,
Anyway,
what Ormus should have done is just cast Fireball centered on himself again, because
That
that would
would've
have
done
caught it in the blast.
That would've-
there's a very good chance you could have taken out like 3 birds with one stone there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
But here's the thing: it's not fireball per se; it's kiss of Mephistopheles.
Yeah, he doesn't have that.
Oh,
Ormus only has cantrips.
damn it!
It is
So-
from Eldritch Blast.
I'll tell
But
you
it's
what. Somebody else cast Fireball on Ormus.
Well, speaking of, Lee.
I cast Fireball on Ormus.
All right, roll for it. That's fine.
I thought you were gonna
What
call.
if I roll to cast something that I can't cast?
Let's go with the luck roll again. Roll a d1, and I'll roll the d1000, and we'll find out if Lee's secretly a sorcerer.
I mean, sorcery is in the blood, so you never know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea. I think everybody that was in front of me is already gone, right?
Except for Molly Mort.
Oh no, Molly rolled higher than me, didn't she?
She rolled a 14, right?
Shit. Okay.
Oh, I have an idea. I'm still disguised as a dwarf. They come down, and I can play the salt.
Okay. Well, where are all the imps are gone, right?
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
heck.
basically. You don't see any around you.
All right. I will ready an action to swipe through the air and boop anything that touches me.
Anything?
Anything. Well, I guess anything I can't see would probably be better, but it's more fun if I say anything, because then if somebody accidentally touches me, I just boop them.
Yep. Okay, you ready to boop?
All right. I'll leave it up to you whether or not it's anything or if it's something invisible, because that's more fun.
You said anything.
That's true. I did say that, so let's do it that way. That's more fun.
Okay. Molly Mort?
Could I use a bonus action or a free action? Probably bonus action, I suppose. To pull out the Eye of a Shot and have a quick glance around.
You absolutely could do so as a free action.
And how many of these imps are still in the room?
You do not see any in the room, but if you happen to peek out the large doorway where Ormus has run, you can see an imp floating just above his head.
I will follow Ormus and point it out to him. And then, well, I was going to cast Moonbeam, but if he's right over Ormus, that isn't the best idea.
Yeah, I did
I
say
can
to
take
cast
it.
Fireball centered on Ormus, so that's not a bad idea.
I can.
Nah, I'll pass. I'll use the Thorn Whip, I guess, just to
Okay.
drag him over and have him be kind of more visible to everybody else, since he'll
All
be.
right. Make an attack against him. You don't have disadvantage because with the eye you can clearly see him.
I always forget what to roll for melee attacks, and if this is a melee attack, hold on one sec. Let me check the.
I think it is a melee attack, but well, hang on, it might be ranged. Either way, you just roll a d20 and we'll see what happens. If it's a high enough number, we'll be pretty sure either way. Let's see here.
Attack, and I rolled a flat. It's 19, so I'm guessing that hit.
That's pretty clean, yeah. You whip this thing around him and go ahead and roll for damage. And I'm assuming you take advantage of the feat to drag him down towards you.
Yep, and try to make it a little more visible to anybody else who's.
Him being temporarily wrangled helps it be visible. Temporary.
You don't know. It's poking time.
4 damage.
That's how we interrogate
Alright.
him. We threaten to poke him.
He seems incredibly surprised as you drag him down. He screams, "No, no, 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 no!"
I'm gonna poke you.
As a bonus action, can I boop him in the nose?
Oh god. After seeing what Lee did to him, he might crap his pants.
Are you doing it to intimidate?
God.
I'm sorry, could you say it again?
No, it's just Molly doing it.
Okay.
That I don't know if that would be an intentional intimidation.
I think it would still be intimidation.
How
So,
much psychic damage does this motherfucker take?
let me see here. Let's go with a dexterity check. An opposed dexterity check for you to boop him.
He's restrained.
13.
All right. As you try to bring it in to boop him a little bit, he is able to just resist and turn and even just kind of and tries to snap at your finger as you try to boop him. He doesn't seem happy.
Don't worry, I'm wearing gloves. He can't bite me.
So, Fionn, everything seems clean in here, but you saw that Ormus and Mollymore ran outside, and you can hear the telltale noises of devil in trouble.
Yeah, I think I'll go out and check on the situation, see if you guys need any help with this guy.
We
Yeah.
gotta all take turns going around booping him.
You can see the wilting magical vines that Mollymort has brought an invisible creature down to the ground with. You think that as soon as he gets out of that, he's going to start moving again. Just saying.
Are we killing him? Is my question.
Yes.
But we're torturing booping him first, right?
Yes.
I'm glad somebody's into this.
You know what? Then I'll punch him in the nose.
All right, go ahead and make an unarmed attack against him.
11.
Would that be with advantage with how he's restrained or no?
Not really, because Vine Whip doesn't actually restrain it.
Yeah, pulls him closer, but it doesn't say anything about grappling or restraining him.
Yeah, it's basically, for flavor, the vine is wilting, so you can roughly see him. Just because I think that idea is really, but it doesn't actually restrain.
Okay.
That's fair.
So that's a 14 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, and that's an unarmed hit is just 1, right? 1 damage.
Plus strength.
Plus strength.
Yeah, I have 0 strength, so.
But you're also a giant, so you would think it would still do more.
Yeah, unfortunately, it only counts towards moving, like lifting and carrying.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of smack him in the nose.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Good old smack.
It's an aggressive boop, but a boop nonetheless.
Actually, you know what? No, I'll right my fist, and then
There you go.
I forgot I could do that.
Do that.
So yeah, I'll right my fist with frost damage. Basically, just ice freezes over my fist.
Man, you're a cold motherfucker.
Let's add 4 damage to that.
Okay.
And it's cold damage.
All right. And next up, we have the devil himself. So, Hadram is not very happy at this. He's
I I kind of feel bad killing Hadron because he's been with our group for a long time. I
Mhm.
gotta admit, he's a named character. That makes me sad.
Yeah, he screams, "Stop it! Stop it! Okay, stop it!
Got your nose.
Stop bugging me!"
that specifically just made my day. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, he'll stop becoming, he'll stop being invisible, and he'll stand in his full impish form, and claws up and tail up. Stop it!
Lee walks out, I guess, and joins everybody.
He says, "If you send us back to hell, they're just gonna send more devils. Mephistopheles isn't gonna give up that easily."
Yeah, Lee says, "Oh, I wasn't actually planning on fighting you. I was just curious to what would happen if I poked you. I'm a paladin."
Question:
Yeah.
how tall is he?
About your height. He's tiny.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on killing any of you. I was just really curious to what would happen.
Yeah, and
My bad.
he's just shaking his head.
I mean, you've been around us for a while. You should know that we kind of stumble into fights a lot. So sorry about that.
He says, "Yeah, but I it's different when you're on the other side. It's
You
very,
don't have to be.
You've
it's
seen
very
You still
quick."
be on our side.
You've watched Lee do stupid stuff out of curiosity before. You've been there countless times as he's done it.
Everything changed so fast. He shakes his head. And he says, "Look, I still gotta go back with your soul. Otherwise, he'll eat me. I have to do it. It's my orders."
Does it have to be Ormus's soul?
He nods. He says, "Because that's the contract. He broke it. It's void
Did I
now."
break it? I told you.
He
He
definitely
broke
didn't break
the
it.
bargain before I broke anything.
Mephistopheles says you broke it. You broke it.
I'm gonna have to take this to the devil court. Better yet, let's take it before the god of justice.
Here, here.
There are several.
Yeah.
If we want the god of like just pure law, we can always just go to Mechanus.
Yeah.
I mean, like straight up, like Lee pulls out his gear holy symbol and is like legit, like law.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do
Well,
this.
Lee, having worked roughly, from your innate religious sense, that, and also to you, Fionn, having some experience with some pacts, and even you, Ormus, knowing roughly the sort of bends of this, and Aldrin having just tremendous world experience, not so much volume work. I don't know, who knows? But
Probably not.
It
yeah,
can be explained to her through us.
you know that these infernal contracts, that they are enforced merely by power, that there's no real law that can enforce itself. There's no power that can do it. So the only way to make, if Mephistopheles is wrong, if he's in the wrong, the only way to enforce something against him is to have something stronger than him enforce it. The next step,
Which is why I was saying let's go to Asmodeus.
yeah, Asmodeus would be the next step up, and as another lawful evil, devil folk, he is also, for whatever reason, especially big on keeping your word in this sort of respect. He would be he would be like speaking to the manager. But you could go to a different authority, in which case going to the other gods of justice. But there's usually complications involving that. But you could certainly go that route. But it's difficult to make a devil do what the devil don't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this literally falls directly into Lee's wheelhouse because my oath is of like law and order, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Dun dun.
Yeah, I mean, like seriously, he's a guard, and his gods are gods of civilization, society, and law. So
Lee Reed, paladin lawyer.
I mean, basically, yeah. Well, he's more of a cop, honestly, but
Mm-hmm.
he serves a
General
higher
cop.
power.
But yeah, you all are roughly aware of this. So
So I feel like we have to go to Asmodeus.
Lee puts away his gear and sighs. Sigh. I don't know how he would sigh. Kind of disappointed, I guess.
I have no clue what's going on, guys.
I think we're going to hell.
Well, here's the thing. We have maybe a day or two, probably a day before the whole Tiamat thing, so the only way that we can do this now is if we're guaranteed some sort of...
Wait, there's only a day left?
Just about, yeah.
I have to go, guys. Bye. Where's Philbin? I need to leave, like now.
Philbin is there. Yeah, he understands that you want to leave as quickly as possible.
I'm just gonna.
But you're
call
on the
him.
ship that's invading. This is an opportunity that, you might be able to stop the invasion if you succeed sabotaging this right.
Yes.
That's
So,
good. But Lee probably needs to be in the city. Like, I can leave that up to you guys.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
the
what I was...
plan is to be in the city.
We had this debate last session that you weren't here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the plan for me has always been that if it gets down to one day, Lee has to be in the city.
Yeah.
I figured as much, but I thought that the one exception that I would give is if you had a chance to stop the invasion before it even happened.
Yeah, that doesn't fall out. That doesn't really fall into like things that Lee does. He's more of a guardian than he is a saboteur.
Hmm.
He is bound by oath to like be there to defend the city. So
Well,
Yeah.
worst case, if we don't stop the ship, we'll get there.
I mean,
You'll get
that's
there at the
one way
same
to
time.
think about it.
I need to be there like on the wall though. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is serious.
No,
I'm going to.
Can you teleport me?
Well, another way to look at it too is if we get there via ship, they're not going to expect an attack from the flank, basically.
I mean, that's all fine and dandy, and I don't mind if that's what you guys want to do, but I got to be there.
Yeah.
Philbin says that the teleport is pretty much he's there to get everyone out. So
yeah,
if he just
that's...
gets you out, he strands everyone else.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is let's try our best to sink or begin the sinking of this ship, and then teleport out. So let's go ahead and get to it.
Well, okay.
Everyone, stand back.
I did not
And I'm
realize I missed a very, very crucial session.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to walk right up to the wall. Put my
Hadram's
hands
still
on.
just standing here. He's wondering if, can I go before you do this?
No.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Whatever you guys want.
Yeah. He's
Um,
honestly not a huge
If I can go
problem.
see Asmodeus and get back within a day, I'll have my powers back.
or
Just
how big are
useless
you,
without them, right?
Peppered? How big are you on causing distraction?
Hmm?
How big are you on causing distraction?
Who are you asking?
Hybrid.
He says that that's not really what he's good at.
He's
I
more
mean,
for filing paperwork.
what do you have in mind?
You can set things on fire, though, can't you, bud?
If you give me a lighter.
I hand him a lighter.
He nods. He says, what do you want me to light on fire?
Every
Oh.
single second.
No. All of
He,
the
he
sails,
immediately lights the lighter, starts holding it on.
all the sails of the ships that you can find.
He nods.
That's what I said.
Then you said all the things.
No, I said all the sails.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah. He moseys off. He takes a couple of wobbling steps, and then just becomes invisible as he goes.
He is pretty alright.
You just gotta get past this thick shell. That's all.
Yeah, he kind of smells
Family.
like
Alright,
icy.
this is gonna get loud. And there's probably going to be dwarves rushing in to investigate. So
Oh,
is
yeah.
everyone ready?
So, what are you doing?
I'm going to thunder wave the wall of the ship.
Should we go a little further down so it gets flooded?
You're pretty
I
much
thought
at
we
the
were.
lowest level.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought we
okay,
were at
cool.
the lowest level.
And we're on the great big ship, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Biggest.
I guess we could just like fuck it up really, really bad and hope that it starts to sink.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast would probably help. You guys wanted to like angle one downward?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I don't know if they ricochet or anything, so I don't.
I don't know.
It is
just
force
gonna-
damage, so I imagine it would be helpful in demolition.
Yeah, what's it? 2d12? 2d10?
I'm not certain right at this level. Let me check my spellbook.
I think the buoyancy of the ship wouldn't be too much changed by a hole in the bottom. I think in order to really sink it, we have to break one of the break a side ballast, break the wall of a ballast.
And of course, this is the biggest, the grandest ship ever built. So it might be kind of difficult to get through the hull.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just continuously use Eldritch Blast. That's a good force.
Yeah, like with two of us doing Eldritch Blast, and that's 4 beams of 1d10 force damage each.
Yep.
Well, we also have a spear that punches a hole in anything.
We
Oh,
also have a
and
giant, strong stick too. Why did we not think of that?
yeah,
Just
So
slam
I
it on the
can
ground.
just. Oh yeah. Just start hitting things. Lee.
Wait, doesn't Molly... Hold on. Lee takes out the club and hands it to Molly.
Hello, sorry, I was called.
Where are you?
Hello?
Hello. Okay.
Is it me
I
you're
think it's
looking for?
Yes, and everybody else. What I was called. What happened?
I handed you a club.
Oh,
Smash
I
mouth.
still have some assets I've been wondering what to do with.
I guess acids work too.
What should I be using the club on?
yes.
About.
Yes. You have Shillelagh,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
I do not.
Oh, I thought you took Shillelagh.
No, although I've been considering taking it since we've got on 9th level, I haven't actually taken my new cantrip because I've been kind of wondering how that would work with Smash Mouth, and I haven't gotten around to asking because of holidays and stuff, so I've been very busy.
Mm,
I'm sure it would work pretty darn well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Oh,
isn't the only thing it changes? It's like you get to use your wisdom rather than your strength or something.
And
it would also do D8s instead of D4s.
yeah.
Yeah, I would just say hit the ship.
As many times as you want.
Yeah, honestly, I would hit the ship and then we get out.
Molly has a big grin and starts going hog wild.
Okay. As you bring it down against the side of the ship, you instantly hear a loud cracking, thudding, and shuddering as you smash into it. And It definitely didn't seem to like that noise or that feel. The ship doesn't seem to enjoy it much. And you just hit again and again and again. And every single time, it's like the entire ship is thudding and shaking. It's like almost like a depth charge is going off nearby, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And after a couple of hits, you can start to see water seeping in through the large boards that have these trunks that have been fit together in this
While
manner.
she's doing that, can I
Yeah,
just
let's go.
cast Eldritch Blast all over the place?
Sure.
And
Uh,
I feel like someone should tell Philbin to ready up that teleportation.
Yeah, I'm glad you
Yeah.
said it because I was trying to get somebody's attention before we completely destroy the ship and die.
Yeah.
Philbin is
We put
ready
the
to
nail
go.
down, right?
Hmm?
Hmm?
We put the nail down, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. What little it'll do, though, if it's underwater. But anyway, so you continue to smash more and more against the side of the ship, and Eldritch Blast going off, and you're just starting to see more and more water starting to seep straight in through the wall, and then some coming up from the floor as it seems to take on water quite quickly,
Right.
surprisingly quickly. And it almost instantly overtakes the aquarium, and you're almost a little bit surprised that there's little turtles swimming to freedom, but not very
Uh-huh.
far.
Get away, little guys. Okay, but what now?
I mean, yeah, water's coming in. Hey, you guys want to just keep hitting it, or
I'm missing something.
I'm going to keep
I'm going
poking
till the
holes
very
in the
last
side of
second.
the ship. Yeah,
What?
until Philbin says the circle is ready. I'm going to just keep poking holes in the side with this.
well, he's casting actual teleport. Unlike
Oh,
Jacob, that needs a circle, Philbin can just zap you guys out anytime.
Okay, I was
oh,
under the impression he had to do a circle as well.
No,
yeah, I thought it was
he
the
will
circle.
sometimes do it for sort of a guidance
Mm.
or out of tradition, but no, Philbin is able to just cast.
And we're
When
going. I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. We're set to go to Bakata after this, right?
Yes.
that was sort of the impression, yeah.
Yeah.
What now?
We had talked about going to Hope to go to the heart, try to resurrect Bahamut.
But it's
That's
too close. We don't have the time.
I mean, we can split up if we have to. Like, if you guys want to go to Hope and I can immediately go back to Bakata, because I need to be in Bakata, but like, if you guys want to work on that, I don't mind.
If you go to Hope right now, you won't have a way to get to the
yeah.
Yeah.
end time. You don't have anyone to teleport you except Philbin, and this would use his 7th level spell slot.
Yeah, so Bakata it is. And it has to be, because there's no way. Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about potentially splitting up earlier, but we've committed now.
Yeah,
Why?
but what nail?
Why can't we resurrect Bahamut?
What are you asking me?
What nail? You guys said there was a nail set in place and then never mentioned it again.
Oh,
Teleportation to bring in an army, potentially.
What?
Potentially.
Can you repeat that? Because you said it all very fast all at once.
It's
I can explain. So Jareth came to you with a bag of holding that had some disguises and a hammer and a nail that had the nail was just forged in the fires at Tyrannia, and he also had a lock of hair from someone he believed was serving on the ship. From the hair, you could teleport to the ship to get to the person, and then the idea was to hammer the nail into the ship someplace so that he could bring agents in to sabotage and take down the ship.
I don't know how good that's going to be underwater.
Well, here we are.
Well, with Habram setting all the sails on fire, at least as many as he can get while invisible, which lasts for an hour.
Assuming he's
You know.
doing, and the invisibility lasts forever, not just an hour. It's an innate racial trait for him.
Oh, good.
Uh,
Good shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, he can do it at will.
Yeah. We'll just keep blasting away and tearing this thing down until need be. And before we do, actually, you know what? We could run upstairs, check on, Habram's progress, and then just teleport out.
I also would have liked to have given him a few vials of acid.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're just smashing away on this ship. The water is starting to rise, and you can feel the entire thing just reverberating. And then, even without hitting it, you can hear a groan as you're really putting the structure through its paces.
All right, next level, guys. Let's do the same.
All right.
So as you try to splash your way into the large cargo, are you going to go up the stairwell by the aquarium or elsewhere in the ship, or?
I mean, honestly, if this
Maybe the
area is
closest
already
one.
flooded, shouldn't we just dupe out?
Yeah, I would say let's get out of here while we fucking
Well, I
can.
kind of want to see Habram's progress, to be fair.
Yeah,
If you guys want to
yeah,
push out now.
prep as much as we can before we leave.
That way it's unrepairable.
Yeah.
Well, if the bottom level's flooded, there's not anything they can do about it.
Yeah.
To be thorough.
Unless they have a really strong spell.
I just think we should get out of here before the shit hits the fan.
Yeah. All right. Let's push for one level and then we leave.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you run towards the nearest stairwell through the aquarium and begin to make your way up these stairs that go the entire height of the ship. And you can hear from above teams of dwarves coming down. And you can hear one of them asking another, "What do you think it is?" And dwarvish, I should add. So only a couple of you understand. Yelling, "What do you think it is? Did we hit a rock?" And then the other one responding, "I don't know. Maybe it's whales. I don't know. Am I under attack? I don't know. Damn it!" He doesn't seem to be happy, but they are running down these stairs as quickly as they can towards you all.
At this point, I'm going to remove the hat of disguise.
Also,
Okay.
we did kind of didn't we like tie up the guy who was supposed to tend to the animals and leave him down?
Oh yeah, he's gonna die. That's fine.
Can we have brought him up so he doesn't die by our hands?
Well,
Not the first innocent life that dies from us. Don't worry about it.
I mean, we're sinking a ship. Chances are most of the people are going to die anyways. I feel like we should keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little late for that. But so do you want to? I mean, going further up, you'll run right into the dwarves. Want to go up? You want to stand your ground? You want
Guys,
to go
guys,
down?
disguise yourselves as demons. I'll get them to turn tail.
I'm just gonna run up. The time for subterfuge is over.
All right. You encounter. It looks like a engineer of some kind. He's got quite a few tools around his belt, and
Eldritch Blast. Boom, boom.
judging from the length of his beard, he looks to be quite experienced. And he is.
Eldritch Blast. Boom, boom.
Well, Aldrin's first. So what do you want to do, Aldrin? You ran up.
I'm just gonna swing with the great axe. Unfortunately, an innocent life must be lost.
It must
Actually,
be lost.
this
Lisa,
is
are we the villains? And looks at the camera.
this
You
entire.
guys showed up to a birthday party and then sank the ship. It's but whatever.
Yeah, this is like if the Titanic was full of Nazis.
Wow. What have they
bad.
done that's bad?
They want to
Trying
destroy
to destroy my city.
They want to conquer the planet with an evil dragon goddess.
Yeah, that seems pretty evil to me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I have been given documentation that says otherwise. These are the bad guys.
Uh-huh. As you cut an unarmed man in half. Go on.
The man who built the Germans tanks is just as evil.
Uh-huh.
You
They had quite a few slaves, actually.
Hey, Aldrin, remember
Um,
you have a shove action that you have advantage on, so
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is that is a 28 to hit.
That hits.
I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to just knock him unconscious with
the
hopefully
great axe.
with the great axe. 9 points of non-lethal damage.
Yeah, you whack him unconscious and bash him against the wall, and he tumbles down the stairs. He's not going to be happy, but he's currently alive.
Until he drowns.
Yeah, until he drowns.
His apprentice is behind him, wide-eyed, hand shaking. Do you have a second attack?
I'm just going to duck down, look him in the eye, and say run.
He,
Where?
he being stunned a moment, just turns tail and just begins to run. Would anyone
I
like?
want to do Eldritch Blast before he gets away.
You can do so.
Oh, come on. That's shooting a man fleeing in the
And
back.
an unarmed teenager in the back.
Yeah, who are they going to alert? We're teleporting out in like 5 minutes.
You can teleport out right now.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
whatever.
The less who knows and the less who can fix, the better.
Alright.
yes.
I mean, I really feel like there's not much else they can, like, there's not much that they can fix. It's enough underwater that it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with Aldrin. There's literally no reason for, like, secrecy anymore. If anything, it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like, we just need to be, like, quick and efficient and destroy as much as possible and then get out.
There's an 18
No
and a
reason
20
to be
hit.
quiet.
Yeah, they hit.
Gone off.
Although I must say, I do think that there is
14
I
damage.
want to risk
Okay.
them having like water breathing and then pumps to be able to repair and then carry on.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
I want to cause more damage because I'm worried that they will be able to fix it using water breathing and possibly pumps to get the water out.
Yeah, I'm fine with continuing to do more damage. I'm just saying there's not a lot of point in, like, being
Discretion.
quiet about it. Like, the bombs have
Yeah.
already gone off. There's no
Oh yeah, nobody's being quiet, that's for sure.
surprise anymore.
Yeah, let's carry on.
You can still hear people coming further from above, but you are uninhibited from getting to the level above where you began. This one is a storage area. It seems to be basically empty currently. You see crates all around.
While they start the smacking, and I'm assuming Fiona and Ormus begin with the force damage.
I'm making sure that mechanic does not get back up too.
Oh, the one that Aladrin knocked over?
Yeah.
Oh, he has a concussion.
Like, he's probably
If
got a
anybody
visible
can fix
Looney
this
Tunes
thing-
whelp.
If anybody
I mean-
can fix this thing, it's him. Making sure that doesn't happen.
How do you
Maybe all you
intend
want.
to make...
I'm just gonna slit his throat.
All
Oh my
right.
god.
Anyone want to... Ormus looks down at the unconscious guy and pulls out a knife.
Honestly, I think it's well established that Ormus is somewhere between chaotic, neutral, and evil. So I don't think this is surprising to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Or
not
chaotic, fed up with
surpri-
this shit.
It's not surprising. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's still upsetting.
I mean, yeah, I'm the one who compared him to the Nazis, but Jesus.
Honestly, I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference. So let's just go.
Yeah.
Everyone just turns their back as Ormus does that particular deed.
I feel like
I'm just gonna whisper,
Fiona will
"Merry
set-
Christmas, Mephistopheles." Just
Can I put a hand on your shoulder and try to encourage you to stop?
Lee's just accepted that he's in a party with a Satan worshipping madman.
Yeah. So, that happened. Would you like to continue to beat on the walls of the ship on the next level?
yes,
All right.
with a big old smile on my face.
Could I have gotten Ormus to not slit that guy's throat by
Uh,
putting a hand on his shoulder and giving him big eyes?
No.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Does it and blood splatters on your
Shit.
face.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Molly.
God, I need another drink.
Yeah, I feel that.
All right.
I should have
So,
warned you you were in the splash zone. My
as you start beating on the sides of the ship up here, are you doing it up here as well, Mollymore?
We could, or I'll ask if I should do burning hands and just get it over with fast.
The club will probably do more damage than burning hands.
is it a cantrip or
Yeah.
a spell?
It's a spell.
Spell using the staff of fire.
Hmm.
What do you
I would say that it'd be a waste since it's just gonna go underwater anyway. But if you want to,
Fire travels up. It's a 15-foot cone.
What do you attack
Oh,
with
indeed,
the
indeed.
fire?
The room.
There's crates all around.
I guess. Honestly, I'm kind of
Sure,
thinking
go
the
for it.
club will do more damage.
It's a 15-foot cone. I figure it'll do a decent amount of damage.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but the club
I can probably use Eldritch Blast in the fire to expand it a little bit quicker, maybe.
Or put it out.
Alright, just
It's
use the club.
exploding, splintering out. Who knows?
I mean, either way, you could do both. It's not like we're in a huge rush.
Oh, I could use the club, then once we get to the surface, I could do that kind of on the ground.
Well, you are in a rush in the sense that as soon as you start doing it, and like I said, there are teams of dwarves running down. They'll be on you within moments. You get one action, a spell or a hit, and then more combat.
Yeah, save burning hands for the dwarves. I think that'll be more effective.
Okay, I'll use the club.
All right. You
Plus, they're probably going to be funneled downstairs. So,
Well, they're attracted to the massive boom that just occurred on this floor as Mollymort bashes this mythical club against the side of the wall and dents into the deep seer of how long this thing had been aged for this ship. But you kind of crack into it and continue your very destructive work as the next team of dwarves arrive. Unfortunately, this is not a repair team. These were prepared for combat, at least somewhat, and they have arrived bearing clubs and axes. But
can I
not
have
armor.
been waiting with an Eldritch Blast for them?
Were you waiting with an Eldritch Blast?
If nobody else was going to be waiting and paying attention, yeah.
All right, sure.
I don't have anything prepared, but I was ready.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they've showed up. If you want to take a turn, go ahead.
First hit was unnatural 20, and then second one was an 18.
Okay, on the same target or different targets?
Same, yeah. I think that's the two blasts. They'd go for the same spot.
Okay.
Oh, not bad. 16 points of damage.
Okay. Lee?
Lee lifts a single finger and points it at them, and then realizes that doesn't mean anything to them. That's all.
Okay.
I'm not.
I'm
We're
going
not
to
in
start.
initiative, so I don't know what to do.
All right. Well, I mean, you were taking your turn. We're still in a sort of initiative order. You said you were right. Wait, you had something ready. Otherwise, they're gonna go.
Oh yeah, I wasn't ready.
Okay. They, but you were at the stairs.
Yeah, I'm with Ormus, but like I didn't have an action ready. I can get into. Yeah, I can attack them, I guess.
Well, I mean, what would you do? I mean, that's what I asked you. You said you're doing nothing.
I guess I'll attack them with the thing.
Okay.
I'll hit one with a hammer. I guess
Okay.
that's tried and true.
All right.
I don't have any dice. Oh right, never mind. That's the wrong channel. That's a 20.
That hits.
I'll go ahead and roll the other one. Before I do the other one, can I shove another one with my shield?
Sure.
What is that? An athletics?
Yep.
All right. That's a 25.
That hits.
Oh, well, it's like a contested roll, I think.
The shove attack action?
I thought it was a contested athletics because I'm trying to knock him prone with my shield.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's an attack.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I just if I hit him with it, it just happens.
Yeah, it's an attack. Yeah, you attacked him.
I definitely did not know that. Okay, well I guess I attack one guy. He's prone. I knock another guy down and then attack the guy that I knocked down.
Okay. Go ahead with advantage.
Well, okay. 2, 1. The second attack is a 17.
Okay, that also hits.
I guess I'll need to roll them separately since I attacked 2 people. So, that is.
Please. Yeah.
That's a 12 damage on the first guy. And
okay.
oh, sorry.
Well, that's fine.
And 12 damage on the second guy. No, wait, I rolled wrong. That's a D20. What am I doing? Okay, let me not do something stupid real quick.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 6. Yeah, that makes more sense.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
5. Okay, so 6 damage on the first guy and 10 on the second guy.
All right. 10 on the second one. Okay. They respond in kind. The 2 that were closest to Ormus attempt to
shoot him with it. I'll just blast the guy if.
Huh?
Is my turn, right?
No, it's not your turn. It's their turn.
Oh, okay.
You don't just get to keep going. They get to go.
I heard my name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're because you're being attacked.
Fair enough.
Okay, what's your AC? 18?
C.
I can't understand the words.
It is 18. Yes.
18. Okay. All right. That one misses.
Just
That
like
one
that.
hits. That one misses. And that one hits. All right. 2 hits. You take 5. You take 15 damage from 2 combined hits as they try to wail and cut on you. And then the one that.
I'm gonna be a minute here, okay? Sorry.
All right, take care. We'll catch you back up.
All right, Lee, you take a hit. And what is your AC, Lee?
I think I have my shield out, so that's a 20.
You don't have your armor, right? Because you're going to be being quiet, or maybe I'm mistaken about that.
I wasn't here last session, so I don't know what you guys did. If my armor is on, then my armor's not on.
Well, I just kept it as the same session, the same as before. I thought you still didn't have it. You can have your armor on. That's fine. Whatever.
I don't mind. Okay, yeah, whatever you want. It's fine.
one that's prone stands up and tries to hit you and fails and fails. Okay, you only take one hit, which is 7 damage, as they are trying to repel the borders.
By the way, if I'm wearing a breastplate, I think my AC is only 16.
Well, it was whatever you were wearing when you were doing the stuff with the drow.
I think I was wearing a breastplate.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so, because we were trying to be quiet. Mhm.
Yeah, when we got down there, but I don't know.
So is it 16?
Yeah, it can be 16.
All right, so that's 2 hits then, and you take 9 more.
7 and 9. Okay. I'm good, I think.
Okay. And
If I was
Fion?
dead.
Hmm?
If I was first level, I'd be dead.
Yeah. No, those are long gone days. Fion, what would you like to do? You can see that 4 sort of dwarvish marines have shown up, and who knows how many more behind them.
All right.
What to do?
Lightning goes up, and time for attacks.
Okay.
That's 23 to hit on the first one.
Now, are you attacking the ones that are attacking Lee, or the ones that are attacking Armus?
The ones that are attacking Ormus, because I know Lee's a bit tankier.
Yeah.
I assume we've had a long rest since the last time.
You have. I don't think you have, actually.
Oh, dear
Uh,
God.
I can't remember.
I am in a lot of trouble then.
We have, because it counted as. Didn't you say it counted as long rest with Arata?
Yeah, but since Errata, you haven't.
Yeah, I don't know.
But did we?
That was like 5 sessions ago, unfortunately.
But
Yeah, I'm out of everything and only have like in the teens hit points for some reason.
but like we haven't taken. We
You
haven't.
haven't done much since then, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't like been in any battles or anything, right?
For
Yeah.
some
Not
reason,
really.
oh, you know what? I did change back into my plate armor when we were in, because we weren't stealthy when we went down to the castle. We were stealthy when we went to the fortification, but then when we went to meet with the queen, I was wearing my armor because I changed
Yeah.
at Mrs. house.
All right. So you took 7 damage then.
I took 7 damage, but I also only have 20 hit points.
Okay.
No, like I legit think we're up to full because I'm pretty certain we haven't fought anything.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so low. I'm also like crazy low on spell slots and have no healing.
Huh.
That's
Uh,
weird.
It's fine. I'll take care of the rest of the dwarves.
Well, anyways, that was a 23 on the first hit and a 22 on the second one.
Both hit.
When did this happen?
So that's 3, 8, 12, 13, 23 damage.
Okay. You outright kill the one that was. I should clarify because Aramis did already hit one. Do you want to hit the one that's already hit, or the one that has not been hit?
Definitely one that's already been hit.
Okay, you kill him.
I get to heal up a bit. Which is 2.
All right. Next up, we have going down the list, Aladrin. You can see that there are 3 dwarves still there. Who knows how many more are showing up?
I'm going to wade into the center of the dwarves, and I will use my bonus action to rage,
Okay.
and then I will reckless great weapon master attack the dwarves.
Okay. The ones that are already hurt, or the one that is untouched?
One attack to the one that is untouched, but I doubt it's going to hit for a 10,
Nope.
and then a second attack towards the same door. Wow, 9.
Nope.
Yep, both miss. Unfortunate.
Oof. With reckless too. Hmm.
Yeah, it was a 5 and a 6, and then a 2 and a 5.
That is a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to do anything else?
Nah, I'm alright.
All right. Next up, we have Ormus.
I'm gonna look at Bilbin and be like, okay, we should probably teleport out. No. 18 and did they both hit or just one?
18 and what?
27.
Both hit.
Oh, sweet. For a whopping 9 points of damage with 2d10. Woo!
All right. You hit into him, and he seems to not be deterred. Next up, we have.
Got it.
Yeah, didn't seem to do a whole lot to him. Next is Lee.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
What about Molly? Oh, she's gone, isn't she?
Well, you rolled a 15 and she rolled a 14. It's just not her turn yet. That's all.
Oh, I guess I got mixed up. Okay. I assume we had a short rest within the last session that I just missed.
Maybe.
You had one long ago.
All right.
You guys have been on the move a while.
All right. I just wanted to know if I could take a couple of hit dice because I only had like 23 and I don't even remember when I had that little. So
I'm assuming that you could spend hit dice probably back from when you were with Arata, I guess, because you haven't really been in combat since.
okay. Sure. I attack with the hammer because that's what I do in D&D.
Okay.
Yeah.
One guy is still on the ground, right?
Nope, he got up.
Oh, okay. Then I'll attack the same guy that I attacked the first time. Not the one that got up, but the other guy. And then I'll shove the guy that just got up again.
Okay. That hits on the attack.
All right. That's a 21 to shove,
All right. Yeah, you shove him.
and then I'll just literally do the exact same thing, and I'll peg him again with the hammer.
Okay.
Let's see, DL1. That's a 28. Oh, a natural 20.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, I critted on him.
Yeah. You.
I'll roll damage on the first guy.
Yeah, don't worry about damage on the second guy.
Can we just say he explodes?
That's basically what happens.
All right, 8 on the first guy. I did 6 to him the first time.
Okay. Because this guy is prone and you're bringing the hammer straight down on him, this is the magical thunder hammer, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So it has a thing where when you crit, it blows back your target about 10 feet because it does a tremendous boom on them. Yeah, this guy's on his back and you're bringing it down on top of him.
Oh God!
Straight to the floor.
You crush his rib cage and just flatten it in, and you just squish him. he looks like it's not good.
I imagine there's even like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I look at the other guy and I kind of gesture at him like, "You're next."
Yeah, he looks like he just fell off of a 10-story building.
Like, I imagine at the impact, the floor even like bulged downwards a little bit. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, this is it's getting in the floorboards. You're not going to be able to do this
Well,
out.
to be fair, it was only like 3d8.
Well,
Yeah.
it's 3d8 plus it's basically from 3d8 is 24 plus an additional 3d8 because crit. And
Oh
then
no, I was already adding in the crit.
well,
Because
no,
it's
it's
3d8.
crit plus 3d8.
Oh, I thought it was just well, my normal attack only does 3d8, and then the thunder damage only does a d8. Or my normal attack only does a d8. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
and then crit that's double, so that's 2d8, and then the thunder damage is also a d8.
Well, still, it's
Okay,
got a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
The average villager also has a whopping total of 4 HP.
Yeah.
So, like, I assume these guys are maybe a step above a normal villager.
Yeah, they're skirmishers a little bit. They're a little beefier, but not that much beef.
Joining a
But
cult gives you more than double your HP.
Yeah, I always wonder about that. Why are adventurers so tough? Because I have like, we have way more HP than them. Is it just that we have more blood?
well, it's hit points don't necessarily always equate to blood points. In many ways, a hit point is how resilient you are to dying. In many cases, a hit, or what we would consider to be a hit that is a reduction of HP, doesn't necessarily narratively count as a hit. You could dodge the way out of dodge away from a blade, but in that dodging, you get a little bit more tired. And
Oh yeah,
because you're more tired, you're weaker.
okay, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like there's a system that I prefer to use in D&D. Instead of hit points, it's hero points. But the idea behind it is that the only time you actually take a hit is when you go unconscious or everything else you just barely avoid being hit
I like that.
or
That's
your
pretty
armor
cool.
protects you. The aside from that is that it doesn't actually narratively work like poisoned weapons, for instance. You get poisoned on a hit because you're being hit with a poisoned blade.
Yeah, but it's
So
just
you
a
take
scratch.
poison. Yeah, I know, but from the narrative sense in that you don't actually get stabbed or pierced with every dagger hit. Like
Yeah.
getting stabbed sucks. So a bunch of D4s, no, getting stabbed would be more than that. And if it adds poison on top of that, it breaks the narrative. But most
Yeah.
of the time, it's narratively when I'm playing in-person games, it's like you swipe at him and he, just you can really see the sweat coming off him as he barely dodges out of the way, stuff like that. Or he does take a hit and it just bruises him, kind of.
Yeah, or like it's a
Yeah.
little nick. Like he
Yeah,
just barely gets out of the way.
yeah.
And-
Anyway,
Yeah.
but next up we have Molly Mort. You can see Philbin preparing his spellbook to teleport you. But go on.
Can you catch me up a bit on what happened?
Sure. A bunch of dwarven skirmishers have shown up. There are currently only 2 left. They've had a bad time, a really bad time, and they're fighting amongst the crew.
Alright.
You essentially could just they're in close melee with your allies. You could just blow the whole lot up and call it a day. Or Philbin is preparing to teleport out of the group. You could just wait for Philbin, or you could just keep bashing the ship. Whatever you like.
I am. Are we on the top deck now?
No, you're still in the cargo hold.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick burning hands. Not
All
facing
right.
anybody, just to start burning stuff.
Just igniting the cargo.
Yeah.
Well, that works.
The flaming death dome is returned.
Yeah, using gripping your staff of fire, you're able to reach out with your hands and release this sheet of flame that just arcs out from you like basically just this incendiary flare, just going all around and all over all crates and cargo, and immediately you can see them begin to ignite and release dark smoke in this very confined space as the dark room begins to be lit by flickering fire.
I had a thought. What if these crates are gunpowder for the cannons?
Oh dear God.
Well,
Oh, I hope.
You better
We gotta go. It's time to get out.
Philbin yells out, "Get close!" to you, Molly Mort, because everyone else seems to be very close together, and he's pointing at them. Presumably, the teleport has a function of being nearby.
I get close.
All right.
I touch
you-
Philbin. He doesn't like it.
Okay. But yeah, everyone gets in, and Philvin coming in, and 11 on the initiative order above the enemy is able to prove you all out, and you are in Bakata, and it's morning around 9 or so a.m., 8 or 9 a.m.
I whip out my spyglass and peer over the waters, if I can see any water.
I think Philbin would take you to the market in along the alley that has no windows and a door with no handle. So a little bit of ways from the ocean.
Lee would say,
Yeah.
Philbin, this is no time for a booty call.
Meanwhile, Fionn is running down the alley and pounding on the door.
You're pounding on the door, but it takes you a moment as you realize after pounding a bit, and you look down, stunned, shocked even. There's a handle.
Oh,
What?
no.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
God.
no.
What they do?
There's not a sock on it or anything. It's fine.
I still feel threatened.
I guess if Fionn will like say, "Hey guys, this is new," and kind of point down to it, because if Fionn ran down the alley, I imagine probably nobody followed him.
Actually, I'll correct it. Hang on. It's more like 5 a.m. It's not 8 a.m. Sorry.
Oh,
Because you
no.
guys left in the middle of the night. So yeah, it's like 5 a.m. It's dark.
I'm gonna swing open the door and look inside real quick.
I don't.
The door is locked.
Aldrin?
I'm going to grab the handle and attempt to just brute force the doorknob open.
I think this might actually be a time for somebody with Thieves' Kit. Does anybody know how to unlock doors?
Actually,
I got Eldritch Blast.
I actually, I think I did pick one up at some point.
Yeah, because typically we don't want to destroy doors of friendly friends.
But this isn't friendly. It has a handle.
Let's try to be a little okay. Trying to unlock it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, we beat down doors in dungeons. We don't beat down doors of our friends and neighbors.
Yeah, I have a thieves kit on my character sheet. If I don't know if was
You want to try it? Try the lockpick set?
yeah, sure.
Don't worry,
Okay.
Lee's got this. I'm just kidding.
So that's a sleight of hand roll, right? Or am I mistaken?
No, it's a tool proficiency. Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I don't think so. I don't have it written down anywhere. I don't think. I
Well,
also
then
have
it's-
several paragraphs of shit in my additional features and traits. So
Then it's just a flat dexterity roll.
okay. Luckily, I have a +3 index.
I would like to learn to use those.
You could guide him, Molly. You and your expertise of playing pranks, you probably know a little bit about locks.
Yeah, I'll guide him.
All
But
right.
yeah, you just kind of do it there. You're just backseat thieving.
Which one is guidance? Is that the D4?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's 14 plus 3 plus 3. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, that is enough to pop the lock. You're actually kind of, I mean, when you get in here, you're not an expert on it, but this is not a very good lock.
Yeah, I probably popped a couple, never really had to, but you know.
Yeah, exactly. But you know how they say that locks are to keep honest people out, but there's like some really good locks that make you work for it. This you could open this with a paper.
Well, that's a little disappointing.
To be fair, it is the home of a dragon. She's probably not concerned about intrusion.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, door is now seemingly unlocked.
I run in.
Okay, you run in, and inside you find the hallway that you're typically used to, that you know leads to a sort of larger gallery that features very fine oil paintings of dragons doing dragon things. And then followed by that to a sort of office slash study of a close friend.
I run in and knock on the office door if I don't see her Alondria anywhere.
Okay. You can hear a tired roar from the other side, followed soon by a familiar voice loudly asking, "Who is it?"
Correction, I didn't knock, I pounded, like frantic knocking, like knock, 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 knock.
Understood. She's still he is loudly asking from the other side, "Who is it?"
It's us!
Uh, in soon form, again, owing to the magic of dragon illusions, she opens the door, not in the unkept manner in which anyone would answer the door in that situation, but in the perfect, not a single hair out of place, in a wonderful silver gown. Alondria opens the door,
Yes.
and she says, "Oh, I wondered when you would come."
I
I
leave
cast calm
hug
emotions.
her.
you do what, Lee?
I said I cast calm emotions on Molly by patting her on the head.
No.
I don't have that spell, but I don't know.
There's been a lot of Glorg-esque casting this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Don't worry about it.
Now I'm more worried about it.
The indistinguishable goblin name from Big Goblin Energy.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so she greets you all. It is very early in the morning.
So,
She's nodding when to see you all, and you can see she's like smiling a little bit at Philbin, but not trying to only give him attention. But she'll put up with you all as long as it eventually leads to her having a proper greeting with Philbin. But she's yes, yes, pats, you know,
so I'm
welcome back.
assuming. Yes, it's good to be back. But so we just did some things to what we assume is a Morning Star ship, and it's probably going to sink. But I personally
It would be
think,
a Morning Star ship.
yeah.
I
Well,
hope it's
we out of character question. We did see like or no, yeah, we were all up on top deck at some point. See the
You went on top
surrounding.
deck. Yeah, you saw the Morningstar flag. Every person you struck down was wearing Morningstar colors. Yeah, it was a Morningstar ship. You saw the fleet. You were on the right ship.
Okay, yeah, so we did what we think is going to sink a Morningstar ship, but if not, the chances are that they're going to arrive today or tomorrow. Point being, things are getting close. We just figured you should know that in case time to
She
fight
nods.
happens.
She nods and she says, "Yes, yes, we've been working quite hard to prepare. We're getting a good night's rest. We're pretty sure we're ready, as ready as we can be."
Okay, awesome. Lee, you're the typical one that deals with like guard things. What should we do from here?
Well, I'm gonna head into the station and find out what the deal is. So where I need to be and everything.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll go try and contact Durzo if he's still in the city. If not, I'll round up anybody I can find, old contacts, etc., who can fight. Just let them know what the deal is.
I think
Now,
everybody already knows what the deal is.
yeah, to remind you all, you did send Elifar, the Torrens advisor, ahead,
Oh, I
and
forgot
in
about
fact,
him.
it's likely that Torren is already here as well.
Yeah,
And you had prepared an army of dwarves and half elves before. They're probably quite ready.
I mean, I'm not. I don't think we really need to reach out to anybody at this point. It's all about preparing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've got an army at last count of about 18,000 head, and it's probably swollen even from there. And you've got several experienced combat commanders, and yeah, they've been probably working pretty hard to make sure everything is as ready as they can make it.
And at this point, I've actually been kind of looking for a point to say this. Lee's like, "All right, so do you guys need anything else from me? Because I should probably head out."
Oh yeah, that's what I was getting at, Lee's. Yeah, if anybody needs to head out to do stuff, now is the time.
Lee has literally already left while you were saying that.
Yeah.
He's galloping away on his goat.
Oh, your goat.
Bye, guys.
You're gonna have to resummon your goat.
Oh
Why?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
because they left your goat.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he was dinner.
Well, you don't know that, but
They were
yeah,
demanding that we serve him as dinner.
they didn't say
I
that.
just killed my goat. I was only gone for one session.
They didn't say that. They simply said that the goat was a nice choice, and they wanted him in the party that they were having.
You can't even eat him. If he dies, he poofs.
Well, they didn't say they were going to eat him, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry about that. You need to listen to the recording.
No, I refuse to listen to the recording.
It really didn't go well, so
I can
that's fine.
imagine.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay, then I resummon my goat, I guess.
all right.
Apologize to him for the horrible things that have been done to him while I was gone.
Nothing bad happened.
All right.
Yeah.
Get a chance to try to eat him.
Yeah. Well, again, they did say they're going to do that, but
Yeah. We can
anyway.
only assume.
So, Lee summoning his goat. Anyone else want to do anything?
I am going to head to the docks and see what defense preparations have been made there.
Okay. Anyone else going to the docks? Okay. Anyone going anywhere?
I think Fionn will go search out Durzo if he's still in town, see if he can gather any last minute fighters.
All right.
I'm
Now,
just gonna stay in and sulk.
you know that the organization that Durzo was with has been considered to be the bad guys for a bit. It's likely that he'll be very well hidden if he is still in town.
Yeah, well, I mean, I imagine there's safe houses that we had and stuff, so.
Yeah, but also, there was a lot of problems, and he was considered like he wasn't the Darth Vader, but he was like the kind of a Moff Tarkin. He was
Yeah,
up there.
yeah. He wasn't the right hand, but he was the right hand's right hand.
Yeah, like, he's probably there's no safe place in this town for him. But yeah, I mean you can go look for him. Anyone else want to go do anything else?
Molly's just gonna sit down and write a letter to her mother and father.
Okay. Ormus, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna stay in and sulk a bit.
All right, just sit on the ground and look at paintings of dragons.
That's what's there, sure.
All right, Philbin and Alondri are gonna go do things.
Yeah.
They go take a nap, and then you hear uplifting music, and then like the sounds of rockets going off. And anyway,
Leave the light.
for some strange reason, there's flowers appearing in the air. Anyway, so you Molly Moore's writing a letter, or Mrs. Sulking for whatever reason. Lee, once you've got your goat, where are you headed? You want to go to, I mean, like a local area, or are you trying to go to more official, like go to the mayor's old place, or front line, or?
I don't know where Lee would think that he needed to go because I don't know anything about military or, like that structure or anything. But
All
Lee
right.
would definitely know where to go. So wherever I'm supposed to go, Lee would know that because of his background.
Well, you know that the sort of main fortress of the city is, of course, a castle that was built for a war against humans several thousand years ago, even before the city existed. And they are likely using it as a headquarters still.
All right, I'll head there then.
That's a good place to go. And Aldrin's just going to see where the ship is doing, and Fiona's doing various searchings. Let's see. We don't have like a city-wise. Maybe Fionna's roll an investigation check.
Ooh, I actually think I have proficiency for some odd fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 21.
With a 21, you find one of the safe houses, and it looks completely untouched. You find another, and it looks like it was occupied for a time, but the various remains of civilization, chicken bones and various things like that, they seem to be quite old, possibly months, and you don't really see much other clues beyond that.
Alright, with that, I will just call it then. I didn't expect much.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's probably, if he's in the city anywhere, he's at a place that is likely unknown to anyone,
Yeah.
or at least anyone that might be untrustworthy to him. But you never know. Let's see, Lee, when you get to the headquarters, most of the people, I mean, it's fairly quiet. There's a guard on so that nothing too bad happens. But you're able to ask essentially the watch commander whatever questions you like if you've got it, or give any orders, really.
What's the status? I guess.
He says that they've got about 25,000, most of them not very well trained, but fairly equipped. And we've done the best to make large weapon emplacements for the Dragon Queen. And we've got chains across the harbor to try and block some of the ships. And he says that that's about the best we came up with.
Yeah, I don't have any better ideas, so that sounds good to me.
All right. He nods. Aldrin, when you get there, when you get to the harbor, you can see that there are very few ships here that are actually at the harbor. It looks like a number of the ships have been put off to make a kind of physical barrier to kind of bottleneck part of the. Um, it's not. It's a very open harbor, so it's difficult to seclude. But
Okay.
it's partially closed as much as possible, and you can see that they've seemingly erected chains in various points, and they've got a lot of barriers up. Anything that could be an easy beachhead
Hmm.
For instance, the literal beaches, they've put various emplacements on for archers or even for catapults. All of the decks or the docks themselves, they appear to have incendiary charges ready
Huh.
to raise the docks if anyone begins to land, going with a kind of a scorched earth policy there. And you can see that there are, there's emplacements, or not so much emplacements, but there are stockpiles of supplies here, prepared and ready for a long defense if necessary.
All right.
You also know that having seen Tiamat, this isn't going to do much.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
going to find. Is there someone around? Is there like a member of the guard or the military around?
Oh, there's quite a few around.
I'm going to tell them to start essentially making porcupines, tying like javelins together in sets of 3, and then staging them along the beach and the docks, and the rows lead up to the docks, so that if they land, when they land, whichever, they still have, if they try and charge, they're going to get themselves stabbed onto the porcupine, and trying to push any further, like just trying to brute force your way through, will only make the porcupines dig in deeper and make them stronger and hurt more.
Uh, they wouldn't already have this like set up, like
they've
that.
got they've got some similar things, but
Yeah.
it's not. They say that the city's quite low on lumber supplies. They even
Yeah.
started taking apart buildings to be able to get the
I did
supplies to
not,
build some.
Yeah.
I did not remember that, but I thought there was a large wilderness near Bakata.
Yeah.
No, it's mostly desert.
Jeez, okay,
Oh.
yeah, I definitely did not remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were in the plains,
Well, no,
like
it's
maybe a
like
forest.
rocky. It's not desert, but it's not pleasant. It's very arid climate. There's very little agriculture around. It's a terrible location, frankly. This city
God.
should not exist, and it only exists because people just happen to be here.
Oh, so like
It's poor.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
base.
like no one should survive this. They are only
God.
surviving based on tradition and whatever. Like it's
God.
no one should ever want to be here. It's a terrible place.
Why do the
I love it.
dwarves want
My
this
hometown.
place?
Exactly. Why would you're probably even thinking that as you're looking out, like taking apart the buildings for this. You're looking out on a terrible harbor. This is not a good point to protect. There's nothing here. There's no strategic value of this place. There's no mineral wealth of this place. The fisheries are minimal and bare. There's no agriculture. There's nothing. This is a terrible place. Why would they want this city?
I mean, it's got to be because they still think that the heart of Bahamut is here. Like,
Yeah. Hmm. Oh no. If that's the case, I'm just gonna find a roof near the docks and climb up onto it, and
Okay.
just, I guess, stay there. I think I might write a letter home in case I die.
Okay.
Oh, are we gonna learn about Aldrin's secret family?
If you kill him and take the letter.
All right, sounds good. Everybody ready?
it's still dark out. I can turn invisible and steal the letter.
Quite possibly.
Everyone's in position, right? We're all surrounding Aldrin. Did he already ingest the drug?
That's how this whole thing started. Molly Mort, your letter home going well, I assume.
Well, I mean,
Is it a long one or a short one?
it's a bit of a longer one because, she's worried she may die.
Mm-hmm. Does she
He
say
may
that?
die.
No, but she's uncharacteristically, you know, affectionate in her life.
Uh-huh. Just going through as many details. Yeah.
Making to tell her to stay safe and everything. And
Mm-hmm. And I'll add too, Aldrin, as you get up on that rooftop, if you look up, you can still see that dark, empty patch of sky where the stars are being eaten.
Huh. That's unsettling.
Yeah, I thought I'd just remind everyone of that too.
Yeah,
Ormus,
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
yeah, Ormus, as you're moping, what's going through your head? What are you moping about?
Kind of just trying to think of a way to contact Asmodeus.
Well,
I don't really
there, there are.
I know I can die. That'll be.
Well, that wouldn't necessarily get you in contact, you know. But there are rituals. You might be able to find a follower of Asmodeus. You, there's
think spicy.
ways to communicate with the various powers, but he's a busy guy. But
This is the food court.
there's always ways.
Just
You got to do
send
something
me-
to get his attention, though.
Oh, there's an orphanage nearby. You have fire.
Is there an orphanage nearby? Yonder?
Please, God,
There
don't.
certainly will be after the fight. There'll be a
I
whole
thought they,
bunch of orphanages.
I
Or
thought
they
they for
will
sure.
be. No, they're. I'm
They'll
just joking.
be empty.
No, they'll all be dead.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Is there a temple or a clergy nearby of like a good stature?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there are a couple of respectable establishments.
Okay. Um. Well, if I can, I'd like to disguise myself and set it on fire.
You know,
Okay.
we'll probably have to come arrest you, right?
Was that?
I just love the idea of like I left like 20 minutes ago, and now I'm having to arrest you. Seriously?
Not necessarily. He's in disguise.
Well, that's true. I might not recognize him while I'm arresting him.
I mean, to be fair, he'd be setting fire to a church of, what's typically considered good gods. So, kind of Ormus's MO.
Yeah, I might
Anyway.
not realize that it's Ormus.
Well, anyway, Oramus, what kind of disguise are you going to go for?
I'm gonna try and make it look like I'm bald.
Okay. Now don't you have one of the hats of disguise?
Yes, I do.
You can make yourself look like anyone.
Okay, I'll go up to. I'm probably just gonna scout the temple out a little bit first, see if I can tell or notice anybody who would look like is a worshiper there, and just disguise myself.
Okay. Yeah, you see quite a few just coming and going, doing the normal thing where the city is aware of what's coming, and there's certainly a level of stress, but it's very early in the morning, so there are very few people. The streets are almost entirely deserted. In fact, it doesn't look like there's even guards out. Everybody's busy due to something or resting. They've probably been working very hard. But yeah, you can see the occasional soul going in and out of this local establishment here. You can see it has an array of various gods, of a simple pantheon of mostly lawful beings.
I feel disgusted already. Okay. I'm
Lawful doesn't necessarily mean good.
They're good. They're lawful good for the various good beings, I should say. Then
Okay, yeah, I guess disgust makes sense then.
okay. With that being said, I'll probably in one of the alleyways take what I saw as one of the followers, disguise myself in, and try and walk in, just completely look like I'm dismissing anybody and everybody my way if they look like they're going to talk to me. Just kind of put them off from that idea, like, oh shit, never mind.
All right. Yeah, the local nun comes up and says, "Oh, Derek, welcome back so soon."
Just kind of give her a look that says, "Don't talk to me."
She says, "Having a late night."
Uh,
Are you making a point of ruining this guy's reputation too?
okay.
Shove it, nunbag.
It's
Whatever
okay.
that means.
She says, we're all under a lot of stress," and she pats your back.
I'm just gonna walk away. I'm already fed up.
You look like a penguin.
Yeah, she leaves you alone. She goes back to speak with one of the others and just watch over people in her nosy way.
Yeah, those nosy nuns caring about people and stuff.
I know, but just jerks. So what do you do, Ormus?
What's the place made of?
It seems to be. It's sort of like imagine an like a Greek sort of not so much mud, but it's like a white dirt brick kind of building.
It's stucco?
Yeah, kind of like a stucco building. Sorry, my brain's not there.
I mean, I was just asking.
And I'm gonna guess that there's a statue of some sort. Would I be able to recognize?
There are
Patron.
a couple of smaller statues. There are several patrons here. If you want, I can give you a list of various gods that are being worshipped here, some of which you do not recognize, but a couple of the names stand out.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. And any tapestries, carpets, rugs, anything
Oh yeah,
simple?
this place is filled to the gills with tapestry.
Are there like giant gears and stuff on any of the tapestries, walls, rugs, anything like that?
Yeah, one of the hanging banners does feature gears, yes.
Damn it.
And there are various lit candles around that are very safely put not near anything flammable. But it is
Oh, a candle!
quite
Fantastic.
a few
I don't even have to use a lighter. Okay, yeah, I'm going to swipe a candle, look around, make sure nobody's paying attention.
It seems like
And
no one is.
good, good. I'm just gonna go start walking underneath tapestries, lighting them a fire.
All right. Do you say anything or do anything? Do you just start lighting?
I'm just gonna completely or continuously chant, "This is for you, Asmodee."
This is for you, baby.
Nice. Roll a deception check, please.
Oh, 28, baby!
Very nice. It's a deception because it's not for Asmodeus. It's for you. And he would appreciate that deception.
Yeah.
All right. A 28 is pretty darn good. And I'm going to go ahead and say that burning down a church could potentially get his attention.
Once everything is decently set aflame, I'm just gonna walk out and lock the door if I can.
Lock the door?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Are any of you surprised at this point?
He was wanting to light it on fire. It's another.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's another thing to commit fucking murder. Just
Guys, he's
I need to get his attention.
an archdevil. How are you surprised?
yeah, I'm not surprised by him burning the church down. I'm surprised by him locking people in it.
Now,
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That checks out.
now you don't have a key to this door. You're not quite sure. All right, what are you going to use to barricade it? It's got the pole handles on it, so can probably just put something between them or tie them together to keep anyone from going out of this door if you like.
I'll tie it together. I got rope.
Okay, you get some rope out, tie a good knot. Do a sleight of hand check to see how well you tie this knot to condemn these people to a certain sacrifice.
Not terrible. It's 15.
15. Okay. All right. And then you just walk away casually.
Yeah, and I'll go into the next alleyway, change my disguise to look like Aladrin, and walk away.
Okay.
Hey, at
Alright.
least I didn't make you look like you committed it, friend. I'm just using the soft
Yeah.
piece for now.
I mean,
And once I'm far
if
enough
you
away,
want
I'll just go back.
if you want believability, Fion's the best choice.
But Fion's too recognizable. He's also very unusual. You wouldn't be able to easily disguise as Fion being a giant furbolg. But
And like this is people have seen me here. I lived most of my societal
People know Fione.
yeah.
you think that's bad?
Yeah.
How do you think you're going to feel about Derek?
True.
For all they know, Derek just burned in there with them.
I guess. Anyway, yeah, the stress got to him and he tied the doors from the outside before going in, apparently. But anyway, so yeah, you're well far away when you hear the bells in the distance, presumably some sort of fire brigade or alarm to aid
And
in
that's
the
when
fire.
I'll get out of my disguise of Aladrin.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
That's a handy little toy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad I
You're
gave
also
you
like a
that.
foot shorter than Aldrin, though.
I would have just been a shorter Aladrin. Less
This would have been a shorter Aldrin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that happened. Fion, after
Actually, I'll start skipping back. Like near I put a lot of stress off my chest.
Fion, after you went looking for the former head of your order and not finding much in the way of a trace of him, but not a trail, I should say, a cold trail. What would you like to do?
I think I'll just return back to the Dragon's Den, go up to the roof, and or not the roof. I don't know why I said the roof. Kind of go to a darker corner, find a candle, and prick my thumb and draw the Gilgame symbol on it.
Mm-hmm.
And this has no purpose. It's just a ritual he'll do every now and again. He hasn't done it because, shit has been intense. But yeah, draw the symbol.
Yeah,
Gilgame
it's like
on.
yoga. You don't do it often, but sometimes you do it. And you just feel good.
Yeah, it's just a little religious ritual done every now and again.
Okay.
Yeah, draw the symbol Gilgame on it, light it, and kind of crisscross applesauce, pray to Gilgame.
Mollymore, while you're writing your letter, after a time, Alondria comes back out from her sort of study, and she sees that you're still there, and you're the only one still there, and she asks you what you're writing.
Well, I haven't written to my mom in a while and my dad, so this might kind of be my last shot. So I'll try to find a way to get it out of the city, or you
And
know,
she says that she has faith that everything will be okay, and that they'll get the letter one way or another.
yeah. Well, hmm. Molly subtly clutches her holy symbol. I
Mm-hmm.
hope so.
And she says, you got to believe in ourselves. You all are exceptional people, every one of you, wonderful and terrific, and your selflessness of what you can do and what you do for others. Truly gifts to the world.
Is it
And
kind of
we're very.
hard as a DM to say this, knowing what just happened with Ormus?
I can't even keep a straight face.
What?
Or is
But in
gonna say, well, maybe Ormus isn't the best of people, but
and she just says, "Well, it takes all." it's tough to tell who's good and who's bad. So
I mean, he kind of slit the throat of somebody who was unconscious and couldn't have done any damage in in trying to stop the ship from sinking.
you see her face go to like a very thin line as she says, "Well, okay, maybe you can know about some people."
Yeah. To be fair, we've kind of known he was a little evil for a while. I mean, he worships an archdevil. He's
Yeah.
tried to burn down multiple inns.
It happens.
It was one in, okay?
It was just one.
It was only one. Okay, I
Yeah.
can never.
Well, hang on. Who was it that tried to kill the blacksmith on the way to Hope? I think it might have been Alidrin, actually.
That's true.
I didn't kill him. I just threatened him.
Okay, fair enough. So, but
Close.
she just says to you, Mollyworth, that she really thinks that everything's going to be that we're all going to work together, and she was beaten before. We can beat her again. And from what Philbin says, you all have made a lot of preparations. You've gotten things that I've only read in stories. These fantastic weapons. Surely we'll win.
Well, Andrea, how was she beaten before? Because she was she beaten before? Because the weapons that were made to, kill or destroy her were used to defeat Bahamut and kill him. So what even happened? Why is she here now?
You see her think about that, and her eyes are searching far in her draconic brain for an answer, and she just says, "Yeah, you're not really giving me good answers. Uh, just a ball of sunshine, aren't you right now?"
I mean, we might be dying today, so pardon me for not being the most excited.
Yeah, the smile on her face that she had when she greeted you all completely gone, um, and she just nods and slowly starts to walk back towards her sort of study.
I'll reach out and try to, grab the bottom of her dress to keep her there.
She looks down.
Can you sit with me for a little bit? If you aren't too busy.
Uh, she says that no, she's not too busy, and she sits beside you.
Molly Mort leans on her and just leans on her for a little bit.
She quietly supports you as long as needed. You can hear quiet snoring from inside of the study. Apparently, Philbin is getting a long rest.
Uh, it's Philbin though. Are you sure it's quiet snoring?
It's quiet.
That was you just had a church burning followed by a really wholesome moment, and I don't know how to feel.
I know, right?
A roller coaster of emotions this session.
Indeed, indeed. So Lee, after speaking with the watch commander and seeing the various plans they had put into place, what do you want to do?
Lee is confused of why they're showing all this to him, because he hasn't quite come to terms yet that they think that he's somebody important or that should be in charge of anything. So he's just like, okay, but like, where do you want me? Where am I supposed to go?
You can see he's looking at you like, I work for you, sir.
Yeah, sir, where is my post? Basically, yeah.
You can see him looking at the map like, anywhere you want to be, sir.
All right.
I'm sure wherever you want to be will be the best place for you to be. You know,
Where's the brunt of the attack coming in? Because kind of want to just be like up there in the front lines, defending the city.
His finger circles the blue part of them.
All right, then I guess I'm going there.
He says that's the White Sea. Or the Muddy Sea, excuse me.
Okay, but is it white or is it muddy?
It's muddy.
Okay.
It's the Muddy Sea. The White Sea is far to the south.
Okay.
I mix up the seas. I apologize.
It's okay. It happens to everybody. Lee puts his hand on his shoulder.
What's
We've
your
been through a lot lately, okay? Are you okay, Yonder?
you can see he's just like, he doesn't know what to do. And he's hoping that this doesn't turn into some sort of terrible fan fiction. And he stays completely still, arms sort of respectively crossed.
well, Molly Moore's not there to witness it, so he's fine.
Don't worry, friend. We'll save this city yet. Lee
Yes,
says
sir.
encouragingly.
We'll certainly try, sir.
Can I commission to have my goat fitted for like using horse farting to be like reshaped for my goat?
Do you want it to be made from horse farting, or do you want it to be made?
Made from what?
Well, I mean, you said you want it reshaped horse farting. Could you just? Would custom be okay?
Yeah, but I just figured that would take a lot longer.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, time frame wise, I'm good with whatever they can give me, but I'd like barding for the goat by the time the fight comes. So
Mm-hmm. He says that. Well, anyway, he nods and says that he'll do what he can. He'll see what that'll take.
yeah, all right. I don't have anything else useful or interesting to add if I'm just going to the front line. So
All right,
unfortunately,
that's fine. Perfectly fine.
I guess on the way out, I'll ask maybe a runner to go and see what's up with my family because I don't know. Actually, I'll ask how much longer is it projected until they should be here.
He says that they've had difficulty getting good intelligence, but that they've been able to have riders go on the long road to spot some of the ships as they're moving along the shore.
Mhm.
They think it'll be, and of course, that's assuming they attack right away. It'll probably be maybe tomorrow morning, maybe tonight. It's tough to tell.
That's if Habram wasn't able to light all the shit on fire too.
Yeah, they're unaware that the ship is taking water, presumably as we speak.
You know what? I think my plan is going to be that I'm just going to go check on my family and try to get a good night's sleep before whatever happens. Basically, I want to make sure they're okay and get a long rest before any of this happens.
Okay, you're able to go see your family, and we will certainly get into that momentarily.
You guys, you don't
It's
have
a
to
long
worry
walk.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to do that. Aldrin, are you just gonna sit on the roof,
Yeah,
watch
I'm
the
just
sunrise?
watch the sunrise and basically keep watch until as soon as I see him, I'm just going to start raising the alarm as soon as I see them with my elf eyes.
You have no idea how long it'll take.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they do have a watch in place for this, though. You know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he could see several of the people also on.
Yeah, just like as an out of character reminder, we do have. Well, he's not a spellcaster. I was gonna say our spellcasters should be nearby the incense burning for our long rest.
I have a spyglass as well.
Mm-hmm. But they've got observation posts, and they've got scouts and runners, and it's a whole army, and they're doing their thing.
Yeah, I'm still just gonna sit up there. Keep.
Funnily enough, one of the theories that I heard for why elves can see further is because their eyes are magic, but not in the way you think. They're magic because they ignore the curvature of the earth.
Interesting. That you think the Earth is curved. Dun dun dun.
Oh no.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
it's
is a
cute.
fantasy world.
Yeah.
He's convinced that the earth is round.
Yeah, you start digging and digging and digging, and soon enough, you hit the shell of the turtle.
Oh no. These
Anyway.
part of the round earth society.
Oh, that's a terrible way to be. Anyway. So,
By the way, it's not a turtle, it's a giant goat.
well, it depends on who you talk to, but some argue that it eventually leads to 4 elephants on the back of it. Some would say.
Hmm.
But anyway.
4 elephants are on the back of the goat?
It might be that the turtle's on the back of the goat and the goat's on the log. There's no way to tell these things. Look, I'm not a scientist, okay?
I'll talk to the clerics, it's fine.
All right. So, Ormus, after your adventure, where do you go? What do you do?
Back to where we were.
Okay. Do you just
Made
casually...
a one trip there and back.
All right. But yeah, do you just walk in, nod at Fionn, who's pricking himself in the corner, or...
Ollie, who's crying over a sheet of paper and a laundry is opening her.
Yeah, and Philbin's snoring in the back.
Actually, I like to think that Fionn hasn't realized that he's accidentally using... Because I specifically said a dark corner. So he hasn't realized that he's using the ring, so you just see a candle with, blood on it glowing in the corner.
Yeah, it's a white candle on a long-stemmed white candle, but it's dripping red. So creepy. Anyway, so yeah, Ormus, you go back. Do you just sit in the hallway with the paintings of the dragons, or do you go up to the roof or try to find somewhere secluded, or stare at the
Is the roof secluded?
Oh, fairly, yeah. You can just normally you would get to it through the study, but you could certainly get to it easily enough out from the outside. You've done it several times, and you can just sit up there and be alone to yourself.
Yeah, I'll do.
And pray for evil. Meditation.
Indeed, calm, relaxing. You can look at the stars. There's significantly less of them now, of course. A large swath of the sky. It's tough to tell in terms of percentages, but certainly a larger percentage than even hours ago. Even you can, a layman in the stars can tell that the sky is going dark. Anyway, something strange to look at in the pre-dawn hour. And as you take a moment, just being secluded, thinking to yourself, do you say anything else?
I'm just basically gonna keep saying anything that'll hopefully get him to respond or anything.
Are you just sitting there and cursing under your breath for hours on end? Because
Pretty
I'm
much.
kind of the end of that.
You what?
You just sitting there and cursing under your breath for hours on end. I mean, he might like that. He's evil.
See, you're always thinking he's evil, but he's just chaotic neutral. Anything, everything to ensure our.
He's lawful. Anyway, so if you could give a sample of, or an example, or say something that he is saying with what is one such prayer that you give to the darkest of dark lords.
I'll say what I wrote to you, that if you're paying attention and listening, piece of shit has broken our deal. I wish to make a new pact with you, and in return, I will give you my firstborn child. If I do not bear any children, I give you my soul upon my natural death.
Right. Um, God, it's so creepy. Anyway, you say that, and then from behind you, you can hear a fairly quiet but controlled, I should say, uh, voice essentially say something like, "What was your deal with Mephistopheles?"
Well, he wanted to overthrow Asmodeus, and in return for power, I would, whenever he wished, called upon me, and when he thought I was ready, try and overthrow Asmodeus with him. He did not call upon me. He said I broke my deal, stole my powers, and sent, well, imps after me to collect my soul, which he no longer has rightful claim over.
Imps. That doesn't seem appropriate for a fellow like you.
They
This is
were
a very serious claim.
He broke his end of the bargain. I'm very serious at this point.
You
As I
hear
get the hell upon a natural death, I will go after him myself because, well,
you
needs
hear
to be somebody else in charge.
you hear footfalls of the person behind you walking towards you, and he says, "You have a copy of your contract with Mephistopheles?"
Not a written one, unless I do I?
No, you'd signed one, but it's only with Mephistopheles. You don't have a copy, unless you've got something in the inventory. I don't think you do.
No, you never said I got a copy.
Yeah, you didn't ask for one.
I didn't know I needed one.
It's fine.
These dang devils always breaking deals.
They don't. They don't break the deals. They're not supposed to break the deals, but you gotta be real careful with deals
Yeah.
because they'll follow it generally. But anyway, so he says, "You have anything to prove what you're saying is true?"
Regretfully, not other than there was an imp that I had as a servant, but he was taken along with my powers.
Taken. I see. Well, you are entertaining. I'll say that much.
I would like to say I am loving the accent, Yonder.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
I love it.
I was
I
waiting
wasn't
for the appropriate
expecting-
moment, but it is amazing.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
he.
expecting him to be Texan.
I'm really going closer for Georgian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You sound just like Granddaddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he says, "So, what is it you want from me?"
All I ask for is my powers back. I feel empty without them.
You want me to get Mephistopheles to give you back your power?
Or new powers from yours. It does not matter. My soul is, thankfully, again, once mine. So, with
And he
that
says, "Well,
being taken,
if Mephistopheles says he has a claim, then your soul is not free to give to me."
house, when he broke the deal,
But you have no proof that he broke a deal, do you?
fortunately not, no.
So what can we do about this problem? I will add to, that sort of feeling on your spine that you get, like maybe when you're getting a haircut, like when somebody's behind you and you know that they're right behind you.
Every fucking time. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that.
It is overwhelming right now. You can practically feel him on your neck.
yeah.
Like
So,
it's probably taking everything that Orm has to stand still.
yeah. Side note, just from his voice and his personality, I'm getting that feeling in real life. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some family members that you're reminding me a little bit too much of right now, and it's making me really uncomfortable.
But
We have Southern gentlemen lawyers in our family, and I might need to go.
trigger. But yeah, he says, so what can we do about this situation?
Well, I more or less had thoughts of killing myself to come and talk to you. But I know that if I were to do that, Mephistopheles would have a very easy time stealing my soul.
If
So
not
I have.
him, then several others.
Yep, indeed. So I have not yet gone alone. But I'm more than happy to go talk to him in the contract.
As you can imagine, I'm a fairly busy person.
And I appreciate you taking your time to talk with lonely little me.
I appreciate exceptional talent. And what you did, oh boy. I can't wait to see what Derek says. This will be fun. But you can hear the smile on his face, and you feel a very warm hand on your shoulder, and it's strong. He's not squeezing it, but just from the weight of it, it feels like someone just put, like I'm assuming you've lifted heavy things in your, like a bag of feed or something. Yeah,
Yeah, every day I lift up like drill bits and everything that weigh like a good 50 pounds.
Yeah, it feels like a sack of grain or rocks, like gravel, is on your shoulder, but it's just a hand, and he's not squeezing. It's just there, this weight, and it's burning hot. And he says, "I shall have to have a talk with Mephistopheles about this. I tell you what, since you are of such talent, I'll see what I can do. We'll stay in touch."
You guys gonna have some sweet tea at the plantation?
Yeah, he says, till then, keep up the good work. And he pats your shoulder.
And I'll once again smile. I have hope.
You have hope, and you can see the sun just beginning to rise on the horizon. Anyway, so let's see. Mollimore, did you fall asleep after writing the letter?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. I don't think there's any good I can do, so might as well rest.
Okay. Yeah, I'm basically just going through like who's getting a rest. Lee can probably get a bit of a rest. It is very early in the morning. Your schedule's going to be all messed up.
Yeah.
But anyway, you all can have yourselves a long rest, and we'll pick it up next time with you at the city of Bakata, and we'll.
Well, I feel like
What's
it's a
going on?
question that should be asked. Did Lee go home to sleep, or did he check on his family and then come back to the Dragon's Den?
Well, his grandmother's house is home, so he
Well,
went home.
I probably would have checked on them and then go back because I'm on duty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be out of the city when things go down. I want to be there and ready to fuck things up.
Okay. I was just making sure because I feel like now's the time to use the incense, and anybody who has spell slots should probably.
All right. We can get everybody together, but we'd have to make some sort of concerted effort to do so.
Mm-hmm. And also, you're starting to run into, well, depending on how much you keep going, you'll be starting to run into levels of exhaustion and such because you guys have been up for a long time.
Yeah, I feel like this is the last 10 minutes before bed kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Let's,
right.
let's do the instance then, I guess.
Yeah.
Aladrin, of course, does not come back, but you've got Molly Mort and Fionn and presumably Lee and Philbin under the same roof. although Philbin is just blacked out. And
I feel like Fionn would have gotten Ormus just in case he's done anything that helped him. And we never know. It might affect him if he gets his powers back mid-battle.
We'll see. All right, we'll pick this up next week.
All right.
Guys, I promise I'm not evil. Okay? I swear.
Ormus
I know you don't, but I'm not.
I'm really glad you guys liked the voice. I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
really good.
creepy. I loved it.
I spent I don't want to tell you how much I've been practicing this voice. Working on the accent because you didn't look at him, so you don't have an idea of what he looks like. But for the voice, has anyone seen Red versus Blue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have not.
So there's a director of the Project Freelance.
Mm.
I was really going for that sort of tone. If you listen to the recordings, you could listen to it. Like that's a guy. That's in a nice. I say this in the nicest way. That is a devil I can believe in. That is the devil. That's the devil I want. And so I'm kind of going for that sort of realm of a voice. Plus, if anyone asks where the accent comes from, which I'm sure won't come up, he'll probably tell a story about how he went to Georgia one time looking for a stole to steal, and he ran into a fellow with a fiddle, and decided to stay a while. Yeah, exactly. He met a bard in a far-long land, and he wanted to stay long enough, and he stayed for the entirety of that fellow's life, and he picked up the tongue, and he happened to enjoy it.
This reminds me of the character I created once. His name was Johnny, and he was half warlock, half bard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fiddle is his focus.
Oh yeah.
That works. But anyway, so bye.
Adios.
You guys have a great week.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, I had to disappear a couple times.
Oh, it's fine.
Um,
It was a good one though.